I'd also like to thank Mr. Krebs behind the scenes, taking care of our finances, making sure we have money to pay for all this lunch and beautiful food. And I don't see her, but Miss Liz. Where are you, Miss Liz? Big round of applause for Miss Liz. She makes many things happen in our school. Very important person. Give yourself a round of applause for helping out, participating, and being involved in our Pulaski community. Ms. Honeywell has a special person that she's going to introduce right now.
And you really thought you were done. You've had a lot of visitors here today, and we have one more. We have the Yonkers City Council President, Mr. Chuck Lesnick. Everybody give him a hand.
It is really a pleasure to be here and share this part of Black History Month. We had a big celebration last night at City Hall where we honored some of the leading African Americans in the Yonkers community, as well as those who work for the mayor and I and the city departments. I love the display you put up here about civil rights and leadership and the boycott and nonviolence, because I think it's important to note that the civil rights that people have in this country were not given to them, but rather people had to fight for them. If they're important, you have to take them sometimes, and the call here for justice and struggle for nonviolence is really well taken. And I was in Washington a few weeks ago when President Obama got sworn in for the second time. And who would have ever thought that we'd live to have an African-American president of these United States? And he linked 3 cities, 3 places, 3 times. He talked about Seneca Falls, Selma, and Stonewall. What is Seneca Falls? What does Seneca Falls mean to anybody? Who can tell me what the significance of Seneca Falls is? The birthplace of the women's rights movement. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, it's upstate New York, and that's where the rights for equal rights for women really started. Remember, African Americans actually got the right to vote before women got the right to vote in this country. What's that about? And then Selma. Why did he pick Selma? I mean, one was the alliteration of the S's. He had 3 places with S's, but it was one of the places like Birmingham and in the South where civil rights started, where people like Rosa Parks refused to move and people sat at the counter. And then Stonewall. Why did he pick Stonewall? What? Stonewall was a bar in Lower Manhattan, and in 1969 the police broke up a group of gay men mostly and used excessive force, and that also started a revolution in the gay rights movement. So what the president was doing was linking together women's rights, African American rights, gay rights, and saying basically our fight is not over yet. So I love the action depicted in these words. So if something is important to you and you feel it's just, organize and take it.